The journey back to Hope Wade had spent years lost in the grip of substance use. Years of waking up with regret, of watching pieces of his life drift away one by one. A vehicle, a job, a home, relationships, his own sense of peace. Everything that once grounded him became casualties of the lifestyle he couldn't escape. Eventually, his world narrowed down to a single truth. If he didn't change, he wasn't going to make it. Out of desperation, but also out of a tiny spark of belief, Wade decided to seek treatment. It wasn't easy, it wasn't quick, but over time, with honesty, discomfort, and help from others, it worked. Slowly, life gave itself back to him. A vehicle, a home, repaired friendships, family who believed in him again, and a support network in a new town that felt like a fresh start. Most of all, he regained something priceless: peace of mind. Years passed. Wade stayed sober, stayed grateful, stayed steady. But something inside him started to dull. Not dangerous, not like a desire to use, just a quiet, unsettling stagnation. He wasn't going backward, but he didn't feel like he was going forward anymore either. He prayed, explored spiritually, asked for direction, but the answers didn't come. So he decided to move his feet until clarity found him. He packed up his truck with no destination, just enough money for a week or two, and left before dawn on a weekday morning. South, he decided, toward the ocean, toward the Outer Banks, a place he'd always pictured as warm and peaceful. But the weather had other plans. Cold rain, wind, and gray skies followed him the closer he got to the coast. He stopped at a motor lodge, drenched and tired, wondering if the whole trip had been a mistake. Still, he pressed on. A good deal online convinced him to book a room at a resort, and the next morning he drove into the dreariness, hoping the sky would eventually break. It didn't, at least not right away. The seafood restaurant was half empty. The Lost Colony site was quiet, locked up for the season. The beaches were soaked and deserted. Even the storm surge worked against him, flooding roads and stranding him on the island. He wanted renewal, but got isolation. A woman working at the lodge said gently, "Come back in the summer, day 4. The news finally said the roads would reopen by afternoon. Wade decided to make the most of his last day, bad weather or not. He got in his truck and drove, noticing just a sliver of blue sky breaking through clouds. Then he saw a sign he'd almost missed: Wright Brothers National Memorial. On impulse, he turned in. The moment he entered the park, something shifted. It felt like walking into a field of quiet power. Perseverance made solid. He paid his fee, walked toward the visitor center, and was greeted by a park ranger with a warm, genuine smile. Her name was Dee Dee. She offered to lead a tour, weather permitting. Something about her joy, her energy, made him say yes. Inside, as she told the story of the Wright brothers, 2 men who kept trying in the face of failure after failure, she wove in her own story. A single mother, raising children and grandchildren, working, putting her dreams on hold but not burying them. She had wanted to study forestry and work for the Park Service. It took decades. She never quit. Now here she was, living the dream she once had to delay. Wade felt something inside him wake up. If she could do it at nearly 60 years old, why not him? He had always wanted to go back to school, to work in a helping profession, to turn his own journey into something useful for others. He just never believed it was really possible. But standing there, listening to Dee Dee speak with the pride of someone who earned her life back, he believed again. When the tour ended, he thanked her, truly thanked her. Then he walked the grounds in the light rain, up the hill toward the towering stone monument overlooking the field where the first flight took place. The inscription read, "In commemoration of the conquest of the air by the brothers Wilbur and Orville Wright, conceived by genius, achieved by dauntless resolution and unconquerable faith." Chills ran down his spine. Dauntless resolution, unconquerable faith. He knew why he had come. He spent the rest of the day there, letting the inspiration soak in. When he finally drove off at dusk, he noticed a pulsing light cutting through the fog in the distance. A lighthouse. He followed the beam until he reached it. Tall, solitary, steady, casting light into thick darkness. Standing beneath it, watching the beacon sweep across the night, he understood. This trip wasn't about weather or timing, or even the Outer Banks. It was about remembering what recovery had always taught him, that hope is not given, it is chosen again and again. And just like that lighthouse, he still had light in him, still had direction, still had purpose waiting. Wade drove away not with answers, but with motion, resolve, and a dream alive again.